Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. So here we are with Armored Brigade. It is now 6 PM, which means I'm officially let loose here. And we're going to get into this then. So, Grey Knight here says that the French campaign is to see how fast they can surrender. I know a lot of people are going to be angry with you there, Grey. I've got a lot of respect for the French and a lot of respect for their cheese, actually. And their bread. The bread is superb, but then again, always a fan of the bread. How you doing there, Arsene Raider? Good to have you, my friend. Hello, Jaculus, as per usual. One of the regulars that we normally have here, which is fantastic. So we're going to take a look and, I think I'm going to see about the campaigns, actually. I do have a hankering for the campaigns. So let's see then, we do have Beyond Water, we have Over the Hills and Far Away, we have Defending Fulda, as in the gap here then. We do have the French Rescue, which is actually rather interesting, the Relief of Baston Rideau. Right, so we have that from a Belgian point of view, not a Belgium. From a Belgian point of view here, I think we had previously looked at one of these, didn't we? Let's see, which one might be rather interesting then. The Battle of the Ardennes was the last major offensive conducted by the Soviet Army during World War III. Like the Wehrmacht 34 years earlier, Soviet losses in the battle were critical in several aspects. The last of the Soviet reserves were gone, the VVS had been shattered, and the remaining Soviet forces in the West were being pushed back to Germany with overstretched supply lines. So that's really quite fascinating, isn't it? I'd love to see maybe like some, you know, like hypothetical European maps. It would be really nice to maybe have like a picture of the actual war in the background, you know, like just the actual battle lines. That'd be rather interesting. I don't believe I played as the Belgian forces, actually, so it should be rather interesting. Belgium versus USSR, December 1979. I think we might take it easy on the Soviets. We don't want to embarrass them too much, surely. Okay. We'll go for it then. Is there any additional information here? Once again, Baston was a natural defensive anchor. The town was the hub of the highway network covering the eastern Ardennes countryside. Difficult for mechanized forces off-road. By holding at Baston, the NATO forces cut and hinged the communication of the Soviets, who were striking west towards the river Meuse? I can't pronounce that one. Some 12,000 NATO soldiers and 5,000 civilians found themselves trapped by a much stronger Soviet force desperate for victory at the vital Belgian crossroads. Very nice. Thank you very much there for the subscription there, Niapon. Much appreciated. Hello there, Brogantic. I like that name. That is a good one. Okay, so for 2 weeks, Major Jansson's unit was in constant contact with the enemy as they gallantly battled through the snow-covered Belgian terrain. His troops finally got some rest northeast of this city, that town that I can't pronounce, holding a small salient along the main road. Okay. So our mission here then. Ordered to spearhead one of the 2 pincers aimed at relieving Baston. The second pincer was a major push from the US 5th Corps. Intelligence reports indicate that the 120th... Oh, so that's rather interesting then. So we actually have... I'd imagine this would be the 120th... no, sorry, the 5th US Corps there. With the 100... Oh, right, okay, the 120th Guard and the 193rd Tank Division forms our opposition then. Okay. Let's see. Right, we'll get into this then. It should be rather interesting, actually. Oh, this is very nice. So we actually get to choose our own equipment degree then. Oh, fantastic. So let's take a look at what we actually have available. Oh, right, okay, so I do actually have my forces selected then. Belgians can do it, tell the Soviets nuts. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's rather amazing, isn't it, to be fighting the second... I suppose this is it, in Fever's second Battle of Baston. How you doing, Spearhead Gamer? Happy New Year to you as well, my friend. Okay, so let's take a look at the actual forces that we do have here then. So we have some scimitars. These are quite impressive. So they are equipped with the 30mm L21A1, or Raden, however you pronounce that. We do have the Scorpions. Right, Spartans, interesting. So they're just our APCs, but they do have a decent amount of armor there. I mean, 40mm is no joke there. Hey, Donavad, good to have you, my friend. Right, and within them we do have the Voltigeur. I'm going to horribly mispronunciate, well, pronunciate these. Pronounce, probably. Fusiliers, I can pronounce that one. Okay, so they're equipped with the semi-automatic rifles. They do have some machine guns, LMGs, so quite handy. They do have... that might be potentially a reconnaissance rifle, it might be just some sort of launcher of some nature. But the good news is to say that they do have some anti-tank capacity then, which is good. Yep, again, 40mm, that's not bad to be honest. Command section, Fusilier section. Yeah, Additional Fusiliers. So we're primarily mechanized indeed. Okay, we have some M75s over here. Yeah, you can see the difference. They've got about twice the amount of armor. Well, yeah, less than half the armor of the... Well, around about half the armor of these Spartans. Famous, yeah. Famously terrible. No, that's pretty good. I do hope you've had a good day. Right, we do have Leopard 1s. These are rather interesting, actually. I do like the Leopard 1. It's very, very quick. And 65 kilometers per hour is no joke. It's interesting, isn't it? You take a look at the Leopard, and the Leopard was known for being very quick, but the armor wasn't exactly something they were known for. But, I mean, that's still 165 millimeters kinetic. I believe this is kinetic protection. Whether it was actually 165 millimeters thick, I'm not entirely sure. I don't believe it was that thick. I think that might be like the equivalency thickness. We do have the Flak Panzer Gepard. These things are fantastic. Love the dual 35mm cannons. Right. These are quite good ones. We do have some Vulcans over here. These come in very handy. Okay. SPGs, yeah. Oh, wow. We have the M108. Was this known as the Paladin? Is that what was known as the Paladin, or is that a separate entity all of its own? Striker ATs? Very nice. Almost looks like the Jaguar. Okay, so we do have an interesting force then. Now, it seems that we do have some points actually available to us, and it seems that we can actually choose to actually add our own air support, which is interesting. So we do have access to the Alpha Jet, which is interesting. F-104G, M109 is the Paladin, awesome. That's pretty good then. Right, we do have some Mirage Alouettes. No, I don't have any artillery available, which is unfortunate. But we might, in theory, be able to benefit from quite a lot of air support. I think what I'm going to do then is actually go for a couple Alouette 2s over here then. Now, we do have close air support, so these are all close air support. So we do have Napalm, we have the 20mm Vulcan, which is okay. I mean, it's only really handy against soft-skinned vehicles. It can cause damage to, like, heavily armored vehicles, but it's never going to really kill them. Right. Air-to-air. The Mirage has the 30mm cannon and has 2 of them, actually, which is interesting. Okay. We do have the rocket pods over here as well. Hello there, Serta. Ciao to you as well, my friend. We do have some iron bombs here. The dummy bombs are quite handy. The Alpha does carry then the 30mm over here. We do also have the rocket pods, and we also have some cluster bombs. But the thing, well, I suppose they will be quite handy against armored vehicles. I suppose this is it. Do we want... Without seeing the battlefield, it's hard to say, really. Would I want to have napalm capacity or capabilities? I do like the Mirage. I don't know what the survivability of the Mirage actually is, though. It'd be nice to potentially take a look at some of the statistics. I think what I might go for then is potentially the F-104. Due to the fact that it does have the air-to-air missiles, that could be very handy for taking out enemy helicopters. So I'll take one of these. So we do gain 2 of them, which is not bad. And then potentially I could take some of these guys, the Alphas. They are 188 points, but the fact is they do have a 30mm cannon, which is nice. And the Mirage does have 2, which is hard to say no to. But this has significantly more rocket pods, and it also does have cluster munitions. Now, true, they do have the dummy bombs, like the dumb bombs, the iron bombs. But I like the clusters. I think they are usually more effective. Rockets as well, it's quite good. It looks like it's quite good at actually, well, yeah, really hitting individual targets. I'm going to take another group of F-104s, but yeah, I think we'll take the rest as potentially Alphas. As many as I can afford, really. I suppose I could take some Mirages, which might be handy to do, just to have that as a ability. No, I'm going to go with the Alphas. I think that might be worthwhile. I could potentially get rid of some of these scout choppers over here, but I would like to actually have some sort of reserve, if at all possible. So we're going to go with that then, and we'll see how we go. I always do love the art for this game. Some tremendously nice art. Okay. So the time's actually quite... What time is it? So, we're just here at dawn then. Okay. So we do have a quite... Yeah, we do have quite a large amount of units over here to play with then. So we have the Spartans over here then, sorry. So these are our scout sections. We do have the Scorpions over here as well, which is quite nice. We do have the Scimitars. Now, they're going to be quite handy against APCs. And potentially like BTRs. I imagine they could probably take on a BMP. Yeah, I'd say they could probably take on a BMP without much in the way of difficulty. The issue is they don't have ATGMs. They don't really have any real significant anti-armor capability. So I think what I'm going to do then is, if you take a look at the actual map here then, in the isometric view. How you doing there, Fred? Good to have you, my friend. Oh dear, it's doing that nasty... Okay. So I'm going to have to just... I don't know what it is. It seems some streaming softwares are worse than others when it comes to certain games. It's rather odd. But that's fine if I go and use the arrows. So if we go ahead and accentuate the actual terrain features... Okay. So we do have a few objectives over here then. Yeah, so this is a meet and engagement. Which is going to be rather interesting, actually. We really do need to take stock of what we actually do have here available. I can see why we do have so much air support. It might be worthwhile to actually bring in some additional air support to begin with. Okay, I need to figure out where do we deploy the scout choppers for a start then. So if I take a look over here then. Now, we do have a large hill over here. It's one of those of, are they going to spot something from such a distance though? And this position over here is quite nice. I could potentially have them overhead over here. We do have the scout forces over here, but this is quite high up there on the hill. I could probably make use of that. It's not going to be an easy one. How you doing, that unknown? Good to have you, my friend. The map's really nice. It is pretty good. It's nice to have the isometric representation of the map, just so you can really get a feel for it. Well, let's take a look then. Let's actually get down here into the actual terrain. So we do have some ruins over here. So ruins do make for excellent cover. We do have some warehouses. We do have a decent amount of stuff. I believe from the... Let's take another look at the briefing then. So, let's go through this quickly. Okay. The counterattack by the recently rebuilt Belgian 7th Mechanized Infantry Brigade began on December 15th. They moved out to the left flank of the 5th US Corps with virtually no contact, with fresh British forces to the northwest. To the east, the Belgian 12th Motorized Infantry Brigade and 4th Paracommando Battalion were set to advance in a broad front to the north, passing through a picket of battle-weary troops of the 5th Ardennes Rifles. So we have assembled a small assault group from the 7th Mechanized with an attachment of 4 Striker ATGM tank destroyers from the 1st Jaegers Tipard Regiment, and sent them in the northeasterly direction towards a small village. The attack was to start at dawn. Okay, so as far as I can tell, our opposition is going to be possibly, intelligence reports indicate that the 120th Guard Motor Rifle Division and the 193rd Tank Division. They were moved from the Belarusian military district specifically to participate in the Soviet Ardennes offensive and seem to have largely kept their fighting power despite covering a wide front. So we're looking at the 120th Guards Motor Rifle Division and the 193rd Tank Division. So, what year? Do we have a year? I think it said, right, 1979. I don't think we'll be facing I don't know, T-80s? I don't think T-80s had arrived at this point. So potentially T-70s. Just flood the reds with your forces on a small map. Yeah, it is a very small map, to be honest. I think what we have to do here then is fight defensively offensive. Like, offensive, defensive, defensive, offensive. Just look for the actual covered positions and try. I think the centre town is going to be quite important. The urban settlement there would be quite nice. I think we do need to make an effort to control the actual heights over here. That's for damn sure. I think these hills as well, as far as I can see here from the terrain. Yeah, take a look at the heights. We do have developers in the actual chat here. So if you guys have any questions, do go ahead and ask them. Right, height is looking quite good there. Yeah, it's quite a hilly battlefield, but the good news is we do actually have some flat terrain over here. I'm hoping I'll be able to use that to our advantage and be able to get to the actual town over here sooner rather than later. I think we can manage it. I think what we need to do then is try to secure the actual urban centre here, because that's quite sprawling, and it would give us the ability to actually cover a pretty large area. Seems that we'd be able to cover the roads over here. Yeah, I think that's what we need to look towards then. So let's go ahead and deploy our forces. I do tend to talk for a long time before I actually get on with things, which is to my detriment. The good news is I can deploy preemptively in here, which is nice. A vanguard force. So I do have the Spartans. I think what I'd like to do then is, we do have the Scorpions over here. So they're just, well actually no, oh, hello. Okay, now this is significantly better. So we do have the high explosives, and we do have the high explosive squash heads, I think it is, or squash warheads. Let's take a look at that. Hesh. I think it's high explosive squash warhead. I can't remember exactly what it is. I think it's essentially a shaped charge. I could be wrong there. But either way, it does have some capability for penetration. Not a huge deal of penetration, but it could be quite effective. Essentially, if we could try to get to the side or rear armor of an armored vehicle, we could probably take out pretty much any target. If I take a look at these scimitars over here, then let's see what capability they have. So they have a high explosive incendiary ammunition over here. They have the armor piercing. I'm not entirely sure what is it armor piercing depleted slugs. I'm not entirely sure what APDS stands for. 9 penetration, 78 at close range, 71 there within 400 meters. So not bad actually, not bad. Okay. What we're going to do then is look towards just holding this area of the actual town over here, but I believe this area just by the road network, road system there, what would we say this is? It looks like a highway, to be honest. Okay. So I'm going to just put the Spartans over here. I'm going to take control of the actual warehouse. So what I'm going to do then is just unload them here. Oops. Oh, so they will not... See, can I tell them to unload? Yep, there we go. Okay. Are they able to take advantage of this position here? So if I take a look at the line of sight... so they do have a fairly respectable amount of line of sight there. If I move them into this corner... No, that's not... I don't believe they're within the building there. Oh, so this is a small warehouse, okay. Check the line of sight. Okay, so they lose that coverage of the north. It's not exactly amazing, is it? Right, okay. Well, that's actually quite a bit better there. So what I'm going to do then is ask you guys, how do you think we should approach it? Well, how should we approach this battle? I've got to stop getting tongue-tied. Gotta stop being tongue-tied. I think we'll go for that position there. Gives us the ability to keep an eye on the south. I think we'll have the other Spartan unload over here then. Hey, doing there, Nicholas? Good to have you, my friend. So we do have some ruins over here, which are quite nice. I would like to space out these scouts to some degree, but we do have some other scouts over here. Potentially have the other over here, perhaps. I would like to try and get into this warehouse if possible, to be honest. I think what I'll do then is actually have them load back up into that vehicle and try to get out there. I might have the opportunity to do so. It might be worthwhile actually having these scimitars potentially to just push up a little bit further forward. Hopefully next week there will be official patch. Oh, that'd be fantastic. Can't wait to have the improved line of sight tools. It's not bad, it's just it'd be nice if it was a little bit more... Just a little bit more, really. Right. What I'm going to do then is have them move quickly up this road. It is very risky and very likely to see them lose their lives here. But I want to try and just get them into the actual warehouse here. I want to try and get that line of sight. Now, the good news with that, if we do manage to achieve it, is they will be able to hide rather effectively in there for the most part. Not indefinitely. They will eventually be discovered, but I'd like to make use of that. So what we need now is, I suppose you could say, reliability of penetration, because I am going to probably be going up against PTRs, potentially even PT-76Bs, I think they are called, which would obviously be quite a threat. Let's see. I could have one positioned here, potentially watch the south to a degree. That would obviously cover that road, but it's not exactly fantastic. What I want to do here really is try and cover as much as I can. Let's see, if I take a look at the actual height, there is a little bit of height over here, but as to whether they can actually see out of these woods is unknown, really. I might have them take position here just at the edge of the highway, motorway, if you will. But yeah, not seeing too much there. It's not so bad. I might keep them in that position to possibly overwatch that area, but it's they're not seen a lot, are they? If I take position here, then what do we see instead? We do cover more, but not terribly much down here. Though I might stick with that due to the fact that we do actually cover this part of the town, which I'm happy with. I think what we'll do then is actually place the Spartan... Well, then again, they're going to be moving quickly. So I think what we'll do then is move you quickly as well to a degree. I could take it slower, perhaps. It is hard to say. I think what we'll do here then is I'm going to have you move fast to this position as well. I do want to get in here quickly. I'll take the risk. If I lose them, I lose them, but I would like to take that risk. Right, what I'm going to do then is, let's see. So I'm going to have the ability to use the scout choppers soon enough, which is nice. But I don't want to have to rely upon them entirely. It might be worthwhile to have some scouts down here, but I think what I'd rather do then is potentially cover one area more than another, as I can have the helicopters come down to the south, or potentially just take a more defensive approach in the south. I think I probably will do. The issue is there's a lot of woods in between us and the actual city, well, the actual town of Munidi. Munidi? I don't know how you pronounce that, unfortunately. There is some distance to be covered there. I could probably push onto that. Well, I'm going to have to push there considering that there is an objective, and it's an awful objective, being right there in the open. Yeah, so I think I will have the scouts deployed down that way. I suppose, yeah, we do have the warehouse, and I can really make use of that. So I'm going to tell them to do then. Do you actually... Oh, these are the scorpions then. Okay, let's see. I'm going to take the Spartan scout section there. These guys could be fairly handy, I suppose. I could try to hide them in the actual woods over here and use them to try and ambush armoured vehicles if they move through those roads. So, unload and unload here, then I believe have them take a position there. From that position there, not amazing, but they actually do have some ability to... There's not a lot of really nice buildings, I can tell you that. I've got to really watch this more northernly area. It's not great. I'm really... I'm not terribly impressed by that. Can they actually see the objective? No, they can't even see the objective. I think I need to be able to see the objective to some degree. Thank you very much, Bear, for the subscription on Rescue. I'm sure Slivery will be very happy to know about that. Right. 16 bumps? My god, what a long time. Right, okay, what I might do then is actually trying to reach that It looks like some sort of house, but some sort of cabin, whatever you would like to call it. So I'm going to go to that position there if I can. So that would be your accompanying transport there. Dude's got a sense of humor. Gotta love that. That was actually pretty witty. I quite respect that, actually. Right. We'll have you take position. I'd like to make use of it, but I don't want it to be shot up too quickly either. What do we have here then? So this is concealment 45. We do have 60 in the way of cover, actually, which is not bad at all. I'm trying to find decent cover. 60, 45. That's not bad. I do have a ruins over here, actually. So that's 80 concealment and 70 cover. That's really not a bad spot to actually have one of those take up position there, really. So just defend there. So just defend. Now, as for you... I might have you actually advance forward to take the actual objective and then we can pull you back. Try and play it safe. I do need to... Right, okay, so we have some leopards. We do have the LMG sections over here. Oh my, would have been nice to have had them deploy forward. Ah, dear. Where to have them? Okay. So we have the heavy mortar section over here then, so I'm going to have them placed. I'll have them placed. I suppose there for the time being. Right. SPG, so we do have the paladins there, the M108s, which is very nice. We do have additional mechanized. More paladins over there. Right, okay, so we do have the mortars. Where are these ATGMs? So they're going to come in very, very handy. We do have the Vulcan AA. Okay. Flat gepards. Right, okay, so we have them over here then. It looks like a Jaguar. It might be just renamed within the Belgian army here. So I do have a couple of them, these strikers. It's going to be interesting to see really where to use them. I think the strikers will probably... Sorry, no. Are they known as strikers? What are they known as? Yeah, strikers. I think the strikers will be terribly useful out here. I think really in just this narrow area. If I could try and have them actually overwatch the motorway over here, potentially this road over to the north as well, perhaps. The issue over here is it's very... It's very hilly, as you can see over here. The actual terrain's not exactly ideal for ATGMs. I think what we need is relatively... I mean, I can position up over here in the heights and potentially fire down into the valley, I suppose you could say. If I take a look then, so if I was to deploy something up over there... Yeah, you can see here that that's actually pretty decent positions. Which, speaking of, let's see, if I actually place that scout squad there... I suppose arguably they do have more line of sight from that position there. Or at least they can see relatively more. Let's try from there. All about the line of sight, isn't it? I suppose I'll place them back in that position there. At least for now. At least it gives me something in the actual town just to hold it. And at least take advantage of the actual cover that does come with that. Right, I do have the ruins over here actually. I'm going to make use of them. I think I'll have you deployed there. At least you can actually support us. Or even potentially there, just to watch over the road. That's not bad at all, really. Or even there. I think there, actually. At least that's going to cover the northern area. So we do have something to the south and the north. I could have the Sparta deployed over here. It's probably going to die, but at least it is in position to actually... no, I'll have it deployed there, then it can move into this position here. At least that does take the objective then pretty quickly. If at all possible. But no, actually I'm going to deploy there. No, never mind, there. I can't bloody decide, can I? Right. Rotate, ideally. Not that it particularly matters. You don't exactly have a lot in the way of armor. Righto. So we do have a headquarters over here, then. I think what we need to do, then, is actually push it with the mechanized infantry here to fully and... yeah, fully secure that, really. I do need to have that. The leopards are going to be very handy, but it's really trying to figure out where to make use of them. I think I'm going to rely chiefly upon the ATGMs over here in the north and potentially air power to a degree. But we'll see. I could actually have these strikers move along these roads, but there's no roads that really connect here, so it's not exactly great. I could have them move pretty quickly, potentially up to this area here. So the holiday sale is delivering end soon. Any reason I should not buy Warner Pacific besides losing all my free time? No, there's absolutely no reason to not buy Warner Pacific. I fully endorse buying Warner Pacific. Yeah, that's a beautiful position there. I'm going to have the strikers take up position here then. Okay. Right, so I'm going to have them move quickly. Take up position there. Rotate, just basically overwatch. Right, there we go. So I do have some Fusiliers. Are they just dismounted? Seems so. Command section, okay. Fusiliers. So that's a Fusilier platoon. That's quite nice. I could have a Fusilier platoon down here, but I think I'll have a Fusilier platoon. If I take a look here, there's not a lot in the way of urban structures in the center, but they actually could be quite effective at holding this area. They would be very effective at holding here. And it might be worthwhile doing so, actually. So I think I will have a Fusilier platoon deployed down there. Mechanized infantry platoon. I could have them deployed here, but the issue is there's no real roads as such. There's some tracks, but not much. But this is what mechanized really is for, I suppose you could say. So I'm going to have them advance up to this position over here, and then I will have them unload by the actual town, and then we'll take up positions within the town there to the south. The LMGs can move up, potentially support elsewhere. I think I might have the LMGs potentially take up positions in some of these buildings. I'd like to be able to say I can control the roads. That's actually a fantastic position for line of sight there. That's not bad. I suppose at the end of the day, they can still make use of their LMGs, and even if they can't, at least they can actually spot for us. So what I'm going to do then is actually move up the LMG sections. So right now then, okay. So these are anti-tank teams, it seems. They are equipped with a recoilless rifle, I think it is. What is the actual range of the recoilless rifle? I apologize for taking so long as well to get going. I always do. I've really got to get an actual idea of a situation here before getting into it. I figured you would heartily endorse it. Oh dear. Well, that's it. That's it. You can defeat a nation, but you can't defeat the wife. Not an argument. Right, so 15 to 270 in the way. That would be nice, potentially push further up here. Or that could be very, very handy down here with the recoilless rifles. In fact, that would be very nice. So I'm going to have the recoilless rifle section move down here to south. So we'll get them marching, we'll get them moving as quickly as possible, really. I could take position in one of these buildings, perhaps, but I think really the tree line's probably more secure in a way. Possibly there, but I could at least watch that area. Let's see. That's the other one. Right, we will get there pretty quick and we'll be going. Yeah, we'll only be a few more minutes and then we'll be starting the actual battle proper. I'll have the other one deploying the warehouse over there. Right. We do have a Leopard headquarters over there. I do like Flashpoint. I just need to learn how to play properly, really. Okay, so I do have the actual headquarters down here. I'm going to have that deployed down in the south. So I'll just have that advance up to that position there. Move the Leopard headquarters to the north. I think we'll have the Leopards potentially deploy over here. I might even have them potentially hide in the woods over here. Possibly some Leopards. It's hard to say no due to the actual line of sight, but I would like to have some Leopards available elsewhere. And potentially just keep them in this warehouse area over here just as a reserve, actually. Right, so ATGM carriers there, that's good. We do have the actual Leopards. So what we're going to do here then is just place a couple of the Leopards there. We do have the other Leopard platoon, so I'm going to place that there. We do have a Fusilier headquarters. I'm going to have a Fusilier headquarters then deploy alongside the Fusilier platoon. So I'm going to give them individual orders of the buildings I want them to actually take up positioning, and just the areas I want them to actually take control of individually. Now, I do have a lot of ruins over here to actually make use of. That's really quite nice. But it's one of those of, do I want to deploy here, or do I actually want to deploy over here where we're going to be engaging? Do I have any mechanized infantry? Because that would be quite nice to take with the mechanized infantry. Strikers, ATGMs, okay. Right. We do have, yes, we do have Fusiliers in there. So, yep, that's what we're going to be taking control of there. So what I'm going to do then is place them here. I'm going to change that formation then. Let's see, March perhaps. Hello there, Paul. Good to have you, my friend. Actually, we'll have it in line formation, but... actually, no, just March will be fine, I think. V, perhaps? No, March. Sorry. Column. I'm going to put them on free formation. There we go. So I want them to basically get in there to unload their forces. Try to take that position if you can. The recoilless rifles would be nice in there as well. Right, okay. Take a position over here, actually. Yeah, those ruins there. There we go. I am tempted to actually keep the leopards in some sort of reserve. It might be worthwhile to see how we handle the situation, where we need to keep them. Well, basically where we need to send them. But then that's probably not the best idea. So let's see. I do have some leopards over here, so I'm going to keep them in the north. I do have a second Fusilier platoon actually, which is very nice. So we're going to have these Fusiliers actually push up then. So in fact, you're going to rejoin the formation. So, reattach, formation, not column, we're going to go with line. Then what we'll do then is just have them push up into this area over here then. I can have them push then, I can have them push through this area, but I'm going to have them push up to this position over here really. And what I want to do then is actually have the Fusilier platoon actually lock down this area. So I'll properly reorientate them once we do get into position. But I'm going to have them actually have the headquarters move up to that point there. Self-propelled mortars can be very handy. Let's see. MGs. I'll have the MGs move up with the Fusiliers. Right, there we go. Self-propelled mortars. Oh, yeah, I think that's SP? I don't know. Mortar section anyhow. I do have more Fusiliers here. And the form of the mechanized. Seems I do. Yep, there we go. I can have the Fusiliers move through the actual trees over here, actually. Yeah, we'll have them take a position here then. So what I'll do then is I'll have them just advance within the vehicles, basically move with them, then we can deploy them. And then I could even potentially try to move them down to this area over here, but basically what I want to do is actually take control of the northern area and try and prevent that from being basically lost immediately. So if I take a look then, that leaves me with the leopards over here, so let's see. Right. So what is their line of sight like from this area over here then? Nothing much. It's only really when they get to that sort of position there. So what I'll do then is like potentially hold them in reserve there, then we could push them up to this hill over here then to actually overlook into the valley, which is worthwhile. Yeah, let the ATGMs do their job then. Strikers over here. I'll have some strikers over here then, and they can move through into this area here then. So I'll get them moving later. I'm not going to have them move out immediately. I do have this Fusilier platoon as well. So what I'll do then is have the Fusilier platoon over here. Actually, I'll have a Fusilier platoon actually move into the town. So just advance to the town. Gonna keep these leopards in reserve for the time being. We do have Vulcan AA. Let's see, height. It's all about line of sight as well, to be honest. I could have them take a position in the ruins, but I don't know if they'd be able to see too much there. That's not a bad position there, actually. At least it seems that way. Right. We're almost there now. I think I'll have them deploy. I want to give them some cover, because they will obviously come under attack at some point. Okay, LMG's moving up. So what I'm going to do then is they're going to be 1, they're going to be 2. We do have a self-propelled artillery and the paladins around here somewhere. Right, I'm going to keep the gepards with the actual leopards. Gepard leopard. At least to begin with. Right, there's the actual paladins. Okay. Oh, that's really nice. Yeah, it's just little things like that, but I think it's really going to help take the game to the next level. So I'm going to have the paladins deployed over this way. I'm not entirely sure what their range is. Let's see. Yep, okay. I think that is sufficient range. I don't think there's a bit... I don't think there's anything to worry about on that one. Alright, let's see. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, do I begin calling any artillery in? To begin with, I'm not too sure. Possibly not yet. I need to really get a feel for the battlefield beforehand. I could have the air support come in quite early. Let's see. Let's path these bad boys. It's hard to say where to have them, though. Yeah. Battle position 1. That's quite high. Possibly to that position there. Target reference point. Yeah, so in theory they could see quite a decent amount. Battle position 2. That's not bad. Okay, battle position 1, let's see. Not exactly great. That is better though. It's about there then. Yeah, something like that. So we could call the air support in, but I'm not going to do that immediately. I think we just get an idea for how the battlefield's going to shape up first and foremost. Alright. So they're going to move down there. I could move in quickly. Right, I'm going to have them advance down this way. Yeah, have them advance down that way. And we'll go with that. Okay, so there we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are now ready to go. Right, okay, so... Okay, ground unit spotted. So that's not ideal then, so that would be a PT-76 reconnaissance vehicle, okay. I do have a Scorpion. We do have a Scorpion that's going to be engaging it momentarily. It is a bit of an issue though, so I would have preferred not to have had something like this begin immediately. But it is what it is. Right. Oh, okay. Well, I'll take that. So we do have first blood there to the Scorpion. I am going to go ahead and redeploy it a little bit further forward then, see if we can actually take advantage of this position here. So there's another vehicle over here. I'm going to assume that would be the other PT-76. So they've deployed smoke. You're apparently getting the hell out of here. Let's tell you not to do that. Alright, there we go. Forces moving out. Okay, we actually made it over here. I'm not gonna lie, I'm quite surprised that they actually made it that alive. So we're gonna have them unload. I need to figure out when I can actually have you placed then to make use of you. I could actually have you move into that position there. You are in cover. You're probably going to get dug out of that cover, but at least you would take cover and actually be able to cause some issues. So I have spotted another ground unit, it seems, right over here to the north. It's another tracked vehicle, which is not exactly ideal. We do indeed find the PT, and indeed it is firing upon our Scorpion here, which is not ideal. So we're going to pop smoke, and we are going to reverse back the way we came. As much as I can, really. I'm going to go ahead and call in some mortar fire. But I'm going to have it to... It's going to take some time, though. That's the only issue. I could place it down here to try and cause it problems. Let's see. I could try to bring in some air support, but it's one of those of how useful is that going to be? So what I'm going to try to do here then is try to move up the Scorpion to possibly flank the enemy vehicle there. At least try and catch it out, really. So they're moving up, they're moving up. Okay, you need to move up over this way as well, so we can get natural headquarters support. I've got them moving into the area. I could do with them sooner rather than later. So what I'm going to do then is, I suppose, try and put down some high explosive and... Yeah, just put down that firepower, really, if possible. Right. So far, so good. They're getting into position now. They're moving forwards. Okay. God damn it. So it does engage successfully. Right, hold that order. You need to move down this way. Looks like the PT-76 is moving up. You only have hand grenades. Okay, you're going to have to get out of there pretty soon. Though the Scorpion probably will be able to save you. So we're going to have it rotate. They are in cover, but the issue is if the PT actually gets a hit in there, that is going to hurt. So the 76 is moving up over here. Going to pass the Voltigue. Right, that is now ready to fire. Unfortunately, the situation has already changed. So what I'm going to do then is actually sight in... I don't know, it's one of these. I do need to move up to take control of that there. So we are moving forward over here as well. Okay, that's good. I do need to take control of that position there, ideally. I'll have the Spartan go do that then, I suppose. Right, okay. Ooh, don't engage, don't engage. Ooh, okay. So throwing grenades. Oh, they are throwing grenades, so they're gonna ideally cause some issues. Right, enemy unit spotted over here to the north then. Yeah. I mean, in fairness, I should have actually set the standard operating procedure, but I wanted to just get moving on here. Right, so we do see a tracked vehicle moving down from the north. The Scimitar is going to attempt to engage. I mean, the Scimitar is going to be able to probably handle this significantly better. The only issue is, no mind, look, it's going to be some sort of, like, quite heavily armoured vehicle. So what I'm going to do here, then, is actually employ the M109s to lay down some high explosive fire there. Right, okay, I'm going to take the other M109s. So, I think, did I just see... Yeah, so these are PT-76s. Okay, ooh. Right, pop smoke. Probably not there. You know, I'm going to hold that position there. Just hold that position until reinforcements arrive. They're not too far away, but I'm going to have to be quite coy in how I deploy them. So what we're going to do here then is actually stop this unit over there. So you're going to continue as you are, I suppose. These guys can deploy. So unload. Yeah, 80 grenades quite nice. Right, you need to stay there, so stop moving. Yeah, they're doing the same thing. Although smoke grenades are not bad. Okay, so Scimitar has seen down that threat, it seems, for time being, but it... Yeah, okay, so it's actually pop smoke, I think. Or it might be just smoke generators, it's not easy to determine sometimes. Right. I'm actually going to have these strikers move down to this position down over this way. And possibly have these guys move up over here to the hill, perhaps. Right, okay, so they've deployed. You're going to hold in that position, you're going to hold in that position, you're going to hold in this position. Right, okay, these are... Right, so that's the command section. Fusiliers. Right, okay. Try and get into that area. Oh, so you're just the headquarters, okay. Right. Halt, you, I'm going to have you load back up. Right, load. They are causing some damage, to be fair. Okay, we are taking fire here. Gonna hold that orders, gonna have you pop smoke. Oh, you don't have smoke. Oh, good god. Right. Everybody out. Oh, have they deployed smoke already? Yes, they have. Yeah, but under fire. Fire for effect. Okay, we do have eyes on T-72. Yep, there we go. That's what you call good timing. Yeah, just seconds from getting them out. They're engaging with their law, but I don't know if that's going to be any good there, really. Right, so the good news is at least we know where the enemy's tanks are. So we're going to bring in some jets over this way. Yeah, they're taking fire. They really should get back. Right, just pop smoke. You need to live first. Alright, get the hell out. Yeah. Well, they have been engaged. That is 50 cal fire, actually. I suppose just try and move you there. Oh, so we actually do take it out there in the end. So it was destroyed by the 50 cal fire. That's very good. Right. Again, you hold your position. Right, okay. Right, we're going to move the Fusiliers here. Alright, there we go. Oh wow, 50 cal burst, wow. I think I've had it before. I think I've had in... Yeah, I think I've seen it beforehand, actually. Okay, we need to figure out how we're going to approach the situation. Oh, hello. Ah, okay, so we do have a leopard engaged in there. Yeah, it would be nice to be able to draw them out. I don't know if this is what I want here, actually. I have to try and pile in the firepower now. I didn't realise I would have actually been able to see that. But they are being targeted by now multiple... Yeah, that's a lot of firepower. That's a spicy meatball. Okay, what I'm going to do then is call them in. Get them moving. Then again, actually, no, that second alouette is probably not a good idea. Right, that's going to be a lot of fire coming down on that T-70 now. Oh, excellent job there. So we do take out the T-72 with the APDFs. I was actually quite fortunate. Okay. This one's a little bit more tricky, actually, due to the range. Right. Taking fire from something here, apparently. Oh, artillery. Okay, that'll do it. That will do it. I hear rocket. I hear an ATGM or something of that nature. Right, ground unit spotted. Okay, so we do have well, BMDs coming in here. Interesting. Oh, I forgot to move them in there. That's a poor move. Right, get them in there. Okay, Fusiliers have arrived. Right, they might be able to see that shortly, actually. Alright, rotate that way. Yeah, it looks like the Leopard has spotted it. Oh no, the Striker spotted it, actually. To be honest, I'd rather it not... Oh, okay, okay. It's gonna be a scramble here, pot smoke, to try and have it survive. Yeah, they took a shot in return. Let's need the other assets to take it out. Alright, okay, good, you took that out. Okay, that's good. Right, there we go. Right, okay, there we go. Very nice, very nice. We do manage to take them out, actually, so that was quite fortunate. Still engaged down here. Okay, well, there we go. They're gone now. That's unfortunate. I hear... oh, is the jet inbound? Okay, the jets are inbound. They've already come in and gone, actually. They are taking fire, though, unfortunately. Right, engaging over here as well. Apparently they were really well positioned. Oh, I lost a leopard. That's not good. You know what? I think that's why we had the ATGMs. I think that's why we actually had a vehicle lost. So I'm going to bring in some F-104s into this area as well. I suppose they might have been engaged and destroyed by some of these guys. Right, we're engaging troops over here, okay. Okay, that's a lot of enemy fire. Oh dear. Yeah, and that's the infantry gone as well. Wow. Looks like we're heavily engaged there, but we do... Yeah, T-64s as well. Those are pretty fine tanks at that. Okay. ATGM's in. Lost a scimitar, unfortunately, so we are taking a lot of pressure there. Have an Alpha come in. Right, we took out T-72, which is pretty fortunate. Oh, so that was the other T-72 then, okay. Okay, get out of there. I didn't expect them to be actually within line of sight there. Right, okay. Ah, daft buggers. I seem to have some APS issues, sorry, FPS issues here for some reason. Ah, God damn it. So that's out of range. Right, Fusiliers are going to engage. They should be able to take that out. Right, 109 is going to open fire. Into GM carrier. T-64 moving down the road. Okay, that's brave. Incoming aircraft. F-104. Try and take out that high nose in the south. Engaging whatever something is there. That could be, I don't know, God knows what it was, but they've dropped the napalm there. Are they coming in as well for a second pass? Have they spotted something else? Apparently not. F-104 is taking fire. Lost another striker, unfortunately. Oh, is that an enemy helicopter? Yeah, it is. Radar contact. Look at them go. Fusiliers are on their way. Oh, so I think we knocked out one of the choppers over here somewhere. I don't know why they would go there. So silly. Right, so they took out some Fusiliers. Sorry, Fusiliers took out something down there. Yeah, looks like the other chopper's backed off. We do have our aircraft coming in over here as well. Yeah, there we go. Iron bombs. Oh no, those are the cluster munitions, aren't they? Oh, excellent. Excellent choice over here. Right, we took that out. Fusilier is doing a really good job. Okay, what we're going to do now then, push them back up. That scimitar should probably engage there soon enough as well. Scorpion taking fire. Have a reverse out of there. Enemy ground unit spotted. Okay, T-64. Not really what we want to be engaging. What's the Spartan? Chopper's coming down there. T-64's not great. Yeah, not great. Okay, Fusiliers might be able to take that out, especially as they get into crossfire, ideally. Yeah, that's definitely in some crossfire now. Yeah, got taken out by the leopards. We do see some more vehicles down here. Right, ATG, I'm out. Yeah, they're just shy of that range I need, so I'm going to have them push up. Yeah, Spartan down. BMPs, T-64s over there. I reverse back down. Ah, that's unfortunate. Unfortunate. Yeah, there's some pressure to win. Oh dear. Right, okay. Oh, so apparently I've only just occupied that objective then. Okay. day has arrived. I wish it was easier to hide things. No. Probably because I would probably lose it. I would more than likely lose it, to be honest there. Right. Open fire. Oops. Okay, there's quite a few enemies here now. Right, but out of laws. Right, aircraft coming in. Okay, so we get to see what rockets can do. Apparently not a terrible amount. Oh no, but cluster munitions will do it then. They'll do it. Looks like we dropped the napalm over here. Yeah, so that knocked a few of them out. Probably should have had that air power over this way, actually. Regrouping anyhow. These are pretty easy to deal with. I can deal with soft-skinned vehicles like this. That's not so good. We're suppressed here at the moment, but as long as we get in there. That scimitar's done a really good job. How am I... Oh, what? How am I losing them? See, the issue is it's like I don't always know what the enemy can see. That's the problem. Right, now they're moving up. Yeah, there we go. Leopards got ability to hit them now. Yeah, good few leopards there. There we go, good job. Artillery fire is pretty rough there. Or did I lose all of them without even realizing? Yeah, I lost it. How did I lose them? I didn't even know about them being lost. I wonder what took them out. Right, out of high explosive rounds, it seems. Well, their scimitar's done a really good job. Okay, I'm actually rather amazed that survived. There we go. Okay. We're actually not doing too bad. Actually not doing too bad, you know. Okay, then I see some T-64s. Then, of course, it always goes downhill from there. Right, enemy ground unit spotted. Ooh, wow, we just heard somebody die horrifically there, it seems. Right, what do we have available here? So, still regrouping. Apaches would be nice, but then again, I don't think they existed at this point. Definitely didn't exist. Actually, no, when did the Apache actually... I think the Cobra was around at this point, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure 79, is it? Yeah, 79. Ooh, pretty sure the Cobra was around... I believe. Was the Cobra developed for the Vietnam War? I think it was the Vietnam War when the Cobra was developed. When did the Apache come about? I'm sure somebody can actually tell me about that. Yeah, there's vehicles in here. That's rather unfortunate. Should have been keeping a closer eye on that. Aircraft ready? Okay. Seems like there's a lot of vehicles. How are we actually spotting them? Are they being spotted from over here? Wow. Okay, I'm sure as hell they don't like that. Can't call. Yeah. Yeah, they're going down. Apache in T-80, 1975, wow. Cobra for Vietnam, yep. It's such a beautiful looking helicopter there, the Cobra. Such a beautiful looking helicopter. Right, so we've seen wheeled vehicles here moving out. I mean, if this is a victory level, not too far away. Yeah, taken out. I think there's only... I think we've absorbed the worst of it, really. I would like to take that objective, to be honest. Right, if they move into the fire of the infantry, we could probably take that out. Right, okay. More ground units spotted here, then. Now, I do have a command section. It still has the ability to destroy this vehicle, but there are leopards over here as well, so they should be able to manage it. Right. Additional aircraft are ready. I think I'm going to send them in over here, so it seems we did see a lot of targets. So if they look to be soft targets as well, so if we could take out the soft targets, we're quite happy. Okay. It looks to be going reasonably well at this point, actually. I think we've definitely absorbed the worst of it. So aircraft are inbound. Right, T-64s are pretty impressive, though. I think it was... I think the T-64s actually had the autoloaders, or the autoloading capabilities. So they are pretty dangerous. Okay, not too bad then. Just the T-64s over here, but we're going to have the actual... Yeah. Oh yeah, first time we're auto impressive. Alright, the Fusiliers are going into fire, unfortunately. That Scimitar has really done a great job. They're really, really annoyingly accurate with their firepower. I do mean artillery. I think the issue is when you're actually doing these things live, you always say the wrong bloody word. Like, I know what I wanted to say. Like, I wanted to say artillery barrage, and then I just say fire, and I don't know why. Oh, dear. You guys know what I mean. I know what I mean. Do we have any Warhammer 40k fans in the audience, by the way? I've been actually hunting on eBay recently, and I've actually picked up a few things. I managed to pick up a a starter box of Battlefleet Gothic that has everything in it, undisturbed, which is really nice. I got that, and I have next to me 2 Warhammer 40,000 Epic Warlord Titans, which I really like. Not the older ones that look kind of trashy, but the actual nicer ones, which are really quite nice. Love them. One of them is like it's like a tan sort of colour, like a tan green, and then the other one's like blue with like yellow, which is really beautiful. Ah, such a time to miss. I really wish I was in that era of Games Workshop before I went trashy. I just want to bring that up. I'm just like looking at them right now, actually. Okay, we do have the Alpha coming in here. Attack run inbound. How you doing there, Pixel? Good to have you, my friend. Yep, close munitions in there. Right, okay. Right, we're attacking over here in the north. We know there's a, yeah, there we go. So we can see there's vehicles in this area then. We do have a lot of air power coming in here then, so let's try and see if we can actually get them out. Are you advocating for an Orcs Brigade game? Yeah, we need one. And the battle has reached its conclusion. Show the after-action report then. I think we won. Wow, major victory. Okay, okay. I'm going to say that we never... Well, I never get one of these. So this is actually really quite nice. I did lose a lot of vehicles. As is normal, I lose the vast majority of the aircraft and just the vast majority of the things I do deploy. But there we go. We do achieve a major victory here against the Soviets. I'm actually quite surprised. I'm as surprised as you are. Okay, that is a lot of infantry that was remaining there. That is actually quite a remarkably large amount of infantry. Yeah, so it seems like I ran into some BMPs and wasn't actually watching what's going on over here in the north. They did apparently have the same idea as what we did. Scout teams over here, then PT-76. They did have a number of T-64s over here, then. ZUs, okay. Yes, it looks like they had their mortars over here, then. So, yeah, we would have been able to take these guys out, man, pretty easily. Just a couple passes would have knocked them out. So that's quite nice to achieve those points there. BTR. Okay, so it was mostly infantry. They didn't have too much left. They did take that objective there, but I could have always pushed on up with the Leopards, to be honest. But then again, those T-64s are pretty deadly. But there we go, that was excellent. So, we'll go ahead and move on to what the next mission looks like. Okay, so I did lose quite a few forces, so I'm going to have to replenish them, aren't I? Refit. Got to be quite effective with your usage of points. I definitely do want the strikers. I can live without the mortars for the most part. Okay, just a few points, but I'll fix that. Yeah, that doesn't leave me much. Doesn't really leave me with much in the way of air support there. God, I'm going to regret that. But we'll go forward and see what we have coming up then. Hopefully it's not too bad. And it's manageable. So, let's see, what do we have here then? Okay, so it's sort of a kettle of fish then. Completely different. It's quite open as let's see here then. So there's urban centres then. So we have towns to the north. Yeah, town there, the centre northish, whatever you want to call that. Centre itself, and then we have the south there. So I think we are indeed attacking here. So we are on the offensive, which is pretty. It's pretty awful. I hate being on the offensive in this kind of game because you know the defender can definitely cause you a lot of problems. I think infantry usually work quite well for the offensive due to the fact that they can take. I suppose they can take more firepower than vehicles in a way due to that, but obviously they have to take a few casualties before they break. This is going to be interesting. So, we do have 2 objectives down here. I think we go for the 2 objectives here then, potentially. But this is not too bad. I could actually advance through the trees over here and possibly up this way. There's a river there as well. It is, I don't know, it's difficult. I think what we might do then is actually choose somewhere to try and achieve a breakthrough. That's not too bad due to the fact that there's not much in the way of... then again, there is the southern area here. I really don't like the offensives. They're always awful. I might go for the south, considering that the roads actually support that. So I think so. Right, okay. It's not going to take us as long to deploy this time. You guys will be happy. Have them move into their area. Right, we do have a little while to play on this mission, so I don't need to rush too much. So I'll have the Fusiliers deployed there. Have them move up quickly into that area as well. I think I might try to let the infantry get in there first and foremost before I really start deploying properly. Alright, okay. I'm going to have the leopards down here myself. Right, okay. Right, we do have a strikers there, that's nice. How you doing there, Mike? Mike, good to have you, my friend. Okay, so I think I'm going to go with that. We'll see how it goes, really. I don't think there's all too much I can do about it. So we're going to go ahead then and see how we get on, really. It seems... Okay, I forgot to deploy the actual reconnaissance assets. That's bloody me all over. That is definitely me all over. Looks like we're going for heavy reconnaissance in the north end. They'll never expect it. Right, we are pushing back. And we're just going to have to wait and see where the enemy appears, to be honest, where we do detect them. I should have spread out the reconnaissance, but I did forget about that, unfortunately. Yeah, it's going to be bloody. Really dislike offensives. They're just so awful. So far, so good, though. We haven't immediately lost many a man. Many a man, I suppose you could say. Speed things up a little bit. It's going too well, and I don't like that. That means when we do lose something, it's going to be very bloody. Okay! Right, okay, so we do spawn an MI-24. That is not great, so we're going to have to move up the Geppetts to try and engage that ASAP. Oh god, please get up there. Oh god, it's engaging. Oh, it's not. Okay. Well, at least they figured it out. Rather than the leopards finding out by an ATGM in the face. Right, okay. Bloody know it. Soon, yeah, fuck's sake. They're kind of damned if they do, damned if they don't at this point here with the MI-24s engaging, so might as well keep moving. Oh, right, okay, Geppet's moving up. Oh. Geppet's engaging. What the hell's that gonna hit? Are you kidding me? God damn it. PT-76 there as well. Oh, God, I hate the MI-24s. Okay, they are taking fire, so one of them's pulling out. And here comes death. Oh, it lived. That's actually pretty amazing. Okay, so note to self, move the Geppetts up with the actual forces, and then they can die too. Live. Oh. Oh, at the same time as well. Brilliant. Why? Oh, that cost me so many points, I just was lost so very quickly. I suppose it could have been worse. At least the Geppetts can drive the MI-24s off. At the end of the day, I suppose I didn't lose the Leopard, so that's not too bad. Yeah, there's everyone being driven off now. Okay. Ideally, though, those are the only Mi-24s that we have to deal with. They are so deadly, though. The amount of damage they can actually put out in a short period of time is pretty impressive. So we did lose a pretty much, yeah, we lost the mechanized platoon very unfortunately. So we are going to have to go ahead and attempt it again. As much as I can, really. Oh no, here they come. Right, okay, enemy fixed-wing aircraft coming in. Come on, Gepards. Come on, Vulcans as well. Okay, Vulcans should be engaging shortly. Gepard's going to be engaging. Okay, yeah, they're coming in, so... Right, they are taking fire. These are MiGs, actually. Yeah, MiG-21s. One of them's going down. Is it that one? Right, we actually did drive them off, and, yeah, one of them actually lands... Well, I say lands, crashes down there. So it's quite effective then. Can't say I'm not happy with that. So I'm quite happy with that. That's actually, actually went really well. I mean, user figure's going terribly wrong now. Okay. Hold fire. Right, we are taking mortar fire there as well. Try and move up to that position. I'm going to see if I can get into the rear. Try and grab that objective if I can. Oh, that'd be very good there. Yeah, this is it. It's just little improvements like that that make the game just significantly easier to read, really. Looking forward to that. Okay, move them up. Ah, there we go. So we have a scimitar that is going to engage the PT-76 over here, and its natural nemesis. There we go, we'll take it out. Very nice. Okay, so we did take quite a few casualties, but I suppose it's not too bad considering what could have been really. At least we have the leopards. I'm quite relieved that we still have them, because I don't want to lose that much firepower that quickly, that early, really, I should say. Right, enemy ground unit has been spotted then. Let's take a look. Is it... I thought it would be in the north, actually. Okay, so we see it over this way. Don't think it's moving, so I'm going to try and bring some artillery down there. Bring down that mortar fire then. Push them up. Okay, okay. So far so good. Okay, ideally the mortars can actually land some hits there. That would be very nice. So moving over here in the north then. I don't know. They're probably going to get taken out, but we'll see. We might be able to get quite lucky there. I don't know how much of the Soviet force will deploy in the far, far north like so. I'm hoping not much, to be honest. That would be really quite preferable. apparently there's something there, or potentially something there. So far, so good. I'm liking it so far. I know it is going to go wrong at any moment here. Okay. I suppose I asked for that one, didn't I? Right, that should off smoke. Right, okay, we are being engaged by BTRs over here, BTR 60s, which still deadly, but we might be able to handle them. Pop smoke. They're taking proper fire now. Something over there, apparently. We'll see what we can do with them. The scimitars are quite good. Scorpion's quite good, but it's got to get moving. We know we can handle what's actually in this immediate area, so if we can actually try and close the actual tree line there, the actual buildings, the actual row houses there, we might be able to manage it. I mean, possibly. Right, okay, BTR 60 over there. Scorpion's engaging. Right, so another BTR 60, I reckon. So they are suppressed at the moment. They do move so very quickly, I love these things. Actually really coming to admire this Scimitar Scorpion. They are taken fast, they probably will be taken out sooner or later. But we'll see, we might be able to do quite well if we are extremely lucky. Looks like fire is coming from over there. Yeah, okay. Knew that was going to come at some point. Okay. I did expect to lose more than just the one there. Scorpion's going to engage. That sounded like infantry over here. Indeed it is. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty much over. As soon as there's infantry spotted, might as well just give up. I said it's not going to happen. Yeah. Infantry are very, very good. Very, very hard to spot as well, apparently. Oh! That's rather odd. Hello there, Mr. PT-76. Oh, wow, okay. It actually missed. Please get out, guys. Get the hell out. Yes! You may have won the battle, but you have not won the war. Yes! Oh, wow, okay. God damn their reconnaissance assets. Yeah, exactly. Infantry, this is why I say infantry are really good. Wow, the scimitar survived though. That's not too bad. Leopards will be able to engage soon. Oh, they're panicked, okay. Oh, we actually took it out. Right, pushing up. To be honest, I did expect it to be far, far worse. I've lost a lot less than I would have imagined. Scimitar on the way. Right, they'll be moving up in a moment. Just in time. Yeah, that's coming under fire from MGs, it seems. These guys as well, probably. Just look at how fast they move. 72 kilometers per hour. That's incredibly fast. Leopard taking fire. Not great. Oh, that's really good to know. There we go. All in all, it's not so bad. I'm still taking fire. Right, okay, so it's fire from down this way, it seems. And over here as well. Oh, that's T-55. That's not what I want. Just out of range. There we go. Right about opening fire. If I can suppress it, I'll be quite happy. Alright, seems there might even be infantry here. Speed things up. Right, they're coming to fire from something. Anti-jam from over there. Typical. Ugh, I was gonna have a retreat over there. Yeah, if Shui's, they can't see where they're being engaged by. Whoops. Okay, yeah, okay, right, I'm killing my own dudes here. Right, hold fire. They are suppressed. Not entirely surprised about that one. Yeah, I mean, this is it. I was hoping it might have been like a soft-skin vehicle, but it seems like it might be infantry of some nature as well in there. Well, actually, we're taking about... right, okay, just lost that. That's unfortunate. Is there infantry in here as well? Let's seek and cover. Graduate. Ah, there we go. Oh, is there another vehicle here as well? Wow. Yeah, wow, okay, there literally is a vehicle there. Okay. Yeah, T-55, that's not exactly what you want to have, like, sneak up on you. We're still taking damage. Still taking fire. I need to jump somewhere. You see, like, we have lost a lot. I've not really made it too far either. Are they still trying to engage? Wow, how did you miss something like that? I know we're all the smoke, but come on. I'm glad you enjoyed that Grey Knight. I'm sure the developers enjoy that as well. It is indeed a fine game. I'm going to be very interested to see how the line of sight changes do look, though. That'd be really nice to see. Right. Okay, infantry's engaging here as well. Pretty badly at that. We know there's a T-55 there as well. Okay. I've been engaged from somewhere else as well now. Jesus. Right, we did manage to knock one of them out at last. I don't think I've... No, okay. Gladius is pretty fun actually. I did enjoy that. It is apparently pretty hard to get down here. Can't decide, have we destroyed this or not? I don't think so. Right, okay, we'll engage in BTRs over here. Okay. They quite literally have anti-tank weapons yet they're using their rifles, okay. Oh, we apparently managed to take it out then, that was really nice. Okay, plenty of infantry on the way now. This tank has apparently been graced. Oh, they set the building on fire. That's rather awkward. Alright, get out of there. The man with the golden gun. Thinking about film now. Or was it a game? I can't remember that. I'm pretty sure it was a film. James Bond, though. But then again, it probably would have been a book first. Okay. Pop smoke. Once we actually do see the target over here, we should be able to take it out. It's waiting. I mean, this is it. As the developers say there's going to be some nice changes to line of sight, so probably worthwhile take a look at when that does come out. What are we engaged by? Enemy ground unit spotted. Oh! Yeah, multi-rifle over there. Nice, over infantry assault for a change. Right, hold that. Oh, damn it. But unfortunately, we have come to the end of the allotted time here. Which is a real shame, actually. I was hoping that we would have been able to finish the scenario, but unfortunately not. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this as much as I have. It's been a blast. I do apologise for the tripping over my words. I don't know, it takes me a while to, like, settle into the groove, especially if it's the first stream of the day. It's been excellent. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I'm quite amazed I actually won the first battle. Usually I would lose. I'm pretty bad at this game. This one was pretty interesting. The line of sight dots are there as a preview unit until you click the mouse button. Ah, that's interesting, man. Yeah, thank you for being here, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you to the developers for being here as well. Always fantastic of them to come here and answer questions in the chat, and obviously give us a brief outline of what is to come. Until next time, thank you and goodbye. Have a beautiful evening and an even better day. See you next time, guys.